It is official, everyone. The Wigfrid Rework is coming next week. Clay Entertainment has provided us a short but sweet little update on the, update. And if there was ever a rework to have been played safe, it is this one right here, it seems. And I don't blame them. And you know what? That is not necessarily a bad thing either. So, let us do some reading, shall we? Though she may have left her old life far behind, Wigfrid still feels its echoes and an irresistible desire to perform. Recently, she has begun honing this side of herself even further, using the power of performance to stir the hearts and minds of her audience, whether it be by lifting their spirits, frightening them out of their wits, or giving them the courage to take on the world. For this venturesome Viking vocalist, all the world's a stage, and she will play her part well. Wigfrid's character refresh arrives next week, Thursday, September 24th. And by golly, the thing I thought they weren't going to do, they look like they're kinda doing, expanding on her acting role. But in a very interesting way. Let's discuss the details. When in combat, Wigfrid now gains inspiration, which, as it fills her meter, which is quite interesting, allows players to use new craftable songs. So no, Wigfrid was not just an actor, it seems. And to build off this, fighting stronger foes is going to be providing more inspiration, so of course we'll speculate on how that's all going to work, because this next point, disengaging combat, causing the inspiration to diminish, is also going to be a thing. Timers or who knows. But it all comes together with this. Wigfrid has a new stagecraft crafting tab from which she can make her new songs. So, once again, another crafting tab coming our way, but it just kind of makes things easier now, doesn't it? And what does this all mean? Well, it means buffs, everyone. The things that we were actually talking about not too long ago. She is going to be singing, so be prepared to have some bleeding ears. But these buffs are going to apply to all players in a certain area around Wigfrid when she uses them, and as long as she is active in her combat, they're going to remain active for everybody else. So there's the incentive right there, which is great. But as her inspiration rises, she's going to be able to perform 3 abilities at a time. What abilities? I don't know. Speculation time galore. But at the end of the day, some of these abilities are going to have an instant effect, while others supposedly will not. However, all will be reducing said inspiration. So, it looks like everybody, Wigfrid is about to become the literal bard of Don't Starve. Oh, and of course, be prepared for some new Twitch drops next week too. So, you better get the ones that are out now before that time comes. The Bard of Don't Starve. Okay, I can get behind it. And you know what? We kinda sorta didn't really see this coming. A lot of people were saying, okay, she's an actor. Expand on that. We were saying, keep her as she is and give her some buffs in combat. They did that, and then they kind of mashed them together. So you know what? Looks like it's going to work. Of course, we don't know if it's going to work until we actually play her, but we have some things to at least speculate on now. Official details to speculate on now, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. Started with the biggest thing, her new mechanic, inspiration, that has a meter to it. All right, so how lengthy is that meter? How deep does it go? How much is it going to take to do some of these abilities? Let's talk about them. And right off the bat, they make a distinction, and I think it's a good one. The stronger foes you fight, the more inspiration grows. There we go. Who knows how much we're actually going to get out of the smaller mobs versus the bigger mobs, and how that actually works, whether it be through fighting only or killing them. Maybe like if you get the killing blow, it goes up higher. Who knows? We won't know until we play. And we don't know, again, the extent of it. How wide ranging is it going to be? Like, are you going to really incentivize kiting, or are you going to incentivize tanking, the thing that Wigfrid is kind of known for? We'll see. And then, of course, when you come out of combat, it's going to lower her inspiration. But how fast? Like, instantly fast? Meaning that you really gotta be fighting at all times, which wouldn't be that bad because what this all leads to is buffs in combat, so it just layer upon layer. So that one doesn't really matter per se, but I'm more asking, is it on a timer-based thing? And is it like Woody, where when you're doing tasks in his forms, it goes down slower, the meter, but as soon as you're not doing them, oh boy, that thing just starts dropping like crazy. Is it going to be like that? Again, don't know. We're just speculating here and just talking. But now the big thing, everybody, what it all culminates into. The Stagecraft crafting tab. Again, kind of another crafting tab, which that's a whole thing. But again, like I said, it makes things a little easier on them, so we'll let that one slide, and heck, it's going to make it easier on us. But how many songs is she going to have? Because these songs are going to be buffs for us, but it also sounds like they're going to be negative effects for maybe even us still, and then some things that we're fighting. We're not sure. The nomenclature there kind of still up in the air, but it kind of certainly sounds like it's not just going to be buffs, which is great. I think that's fantastic, because at the end of the day, let us remember something. There is not a single mention of them changing anything about Wigfrid. So this rework is not really a rework. They're kind of just adding stuff. And you know what? That works. More damage, more defense. Maybe one of the buffs is that we have faster attack speeds. Maybe we're just movement speed overall faster. The buffs can just be endless, everybody. So that's going to be very hard to speculate on. The debuffs on some of the bosses, though, that's a different story. Maybe you make them slower. Maybe they have decreased attack speed, which I don't know why. I just always have felt that a decreased attack speed negative effect on mobs is kind of really cool. I don't know. I just really like that idea. So, yeah, the whole buffs and debuffs thing, definitely have to wait on that. The other thing, though, that we actually have a specific number for, this is different. They've said straight up, inspiration is going to lead to 3 abilities for Wigfrid. What could they be? Unless, again, the nomenclature is that these abilities are the buffs and not actually separate abilities, I don't know. Because how it reads is that as her inspiration rises, she can perform 3 abilities at a time. Again, unfortunately, we don't know what that means. Are they counting abilities as these singing buffs, these songs that she has? Or are there actually 3 new combat abilities that she can do? Things that we were actually talking about. I don't know, some smash attack, a stab attack, a spinning attack, something like that. If that's the case, that would add another layer, a small one, yes, but a significant one nonetheless, in that they give you more things to do than just stand and deliver and smack things over the head in combat. And again, who is the best person to explore that avenue with? Wigfrid. So hopefully these abilities are actually separate from the songs. If they're not, well, we'll see, I guess. At the end of the day, I'm sure you Wigfrid mains are super happy, because as I said at the beginning, this is a super safe rework. For the majority, I'm sure that's totally fine, because she is one of the most played characters in the entire franchise, so Clay probably didn't want to do too much just in case they went a little too far, if you know what I mean. In the eyes of some, though, it might not be good enough, but at the end of the day, you're not the one making the game. And if you enjoy your character, let people enjoy their other characters. You know what I mean? We'll see, everybody. We'll see. I'm thinking this is probably the best course of action that they could have done. They got a little bit of her acting thing in. They got a little bit of her buff thing in. They kept her the same. And now all those things are in parallel, right? And whatever blanks are still there are probably going to be filled in her animation. That's kind of how this rework is looking to be shaping up. Thanks for watching. This was just a short little, hey, guess what? It's coming. Here's what's going down. Here's what we can think. Let's find out together next week sort of deal. So I thank you guys for watching that, and I'll see you guys in the next one and next week for the Wigfrid Rework video. Bye-bye.